Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We're here with David Whelan. He's been Nelly Korda's golf coach since 2013, so it's been over 9 years so far. He's gonna help me chip like Nelly Korda, and he's gonna give you guys 1 or 2 drills to take home and chip better on the golf course. So let's go.
The better ball strikers are the ones that chip the ball the best. I think the less movement there is in the lower body, the better you can strike the ball. Like when I first started with Nelly, and I said, we're gonna learn you to chip it right arm only. So the first drill we did was she would be right arm only, her center would be on the ball, her left hand would be on her knee, and the angle in her right wrist would stay the same. So this ultimately is to improve the strike of the ball, and if you improve the strike of the ball, your distance control becomes better, and it takes a little bit of time to get used to it and get the strike right.
All right, so now we're gonna try to implement all of that into my chipping. Let's see how really good of a student I am. All right, so kind of like that, almost.
Well, obviously, I've looked at a lot of players on video chipping the ball over the years. Played with, the Seve Ballesteros, Nick Price, Nick Faldo, unbelievable short games. And if you look at the economy of movement of their lower body, and how everything's controlled here from the chest, you never see any of them really straighten their right leg. Yes, their chest opens, but there's very little going on in the lower body. So there's very little going on in the lower body, and the club face is square to your shirt buttons throughout your.
Okay, so the goal is to kind of just, whatever your address position is to just return the club in that
to where you are,
same position.
And it should come towards me, and the left leg should never straighten.
Never straighten. Yeah. Okay. And this always, the club face right here, the bottom groove,
always matches
the shirt buttons right there.
Yeah.
Okay. It's almost like a good indication would be, it's like if this club face like faces you, almost, like, is that kind of a good thought too? And never kind of like
I like it to face the, if I go towards the camera, I like it to fit, match the spine and the shirt plane right the way throughout the action.
Yeah.
Obviously adjusting the ball position for the shot that you want to hit.
Depending on the trajectory.
Height or flow.
Gotcha.
And even if you change club and use a straighter face to hit a run shot, you're still doing the same thing. The only difference is the ball moves.
So it's the same chipping action, guys, but the only thing that's changing is our address position, right?
Perfect.
That's pretty darn good right there. I feel the bounce working too. Like,
yeah.
You don't feel like the leading edge dig into the turf. Like you feel like you just slap the back of the club.
Florida's a little bit different in that, you never know where the grain is, but if you're releasing it this way, it's always going to use the bounce, and you're never really going to take much of a divot.
Okay, so that's kind of like a mid trajectory, right? I'm going to try to hit like a low one in there, and just kind of keep the same, just to show you guys.
Everything the same, just the ball a little further back.
Yeah, everything the same, maybe a little bit closer, maybe a little closer, taller.
Left hand a little further down your thigh. There we go, we keep that.
All over the back. And you guys can see that just kind of shoot off a little bit lower trajectory.
Yeah.
It's almost like that, like couple hop stop shot. So that's kind of a
Okay. So let's hit one where you do exactly the same thing, but the ball's moved forward in your stance.
Move forward.
The shaft's at 90 degrees. Perfect.
Wow, that was easy. It just feels a lot easier.
Well, yeah, it's simple.
Yeah.
The good thing is that you're not battling with the turf.
Yeah, it's not like into the grain.
But this way, it doesn't matter if the grain's grown into you at all, because you're stable in your lower body, and there's not other moving parts apart from the club face and your hands.
So just to conclude it for you guys, good drill to do, right hand only, have the left hand, be relaxed, kind of just hanging down like that, right? And then we put it on your thigh. Not like kind of up like that, like I was doing earlier. Have it nice and relaxed. And no matter what shot you're playing, whether it's a low, medium, or high trajectory, we're gonna mess around with our stance to dictate that shot. So it's the same action for every single shot. All we're changing is the address position. All right, so David now has a really good drill or game that you guys could also try at home to help you guys like get more confidence around the greens and to help you guys shoot lower scores. All right, so I know from firsthand experience this game, and a lot of players have like very high trauma from this game as well. Please share this great game that you give all your players, really.
Was caddying for Paula. She missed a cut at Chick-fil-A, and I started saying, you know, 6 balls. Can you chip and put 6 balls to that hole there? And how long will you think it'll take you? She says, I'll probably do it within 3 tries. You know, it took her over 100. You know, because to hit 6 perfect chip shots is really difficult. And the 6th chip shot and the 6th putt that you need to hole is as close as I think you can get to, you know, what happens on the golf course is how determined you are. It puts pressure on you. So, you know, you're practicing like you play and you're playing like you practice. I do the same thing from 100 yards in with 6 balls and see what you can score.
So like every hole being a par 2?
Par 3.
Oh, par 3?
Yeah, you drive to the 100-yard plate. The first time I did it with Paula, we just used 1 ball and we played 18 holes from the 100-yard plate. You know? So the distances vary, obviously, to where the pin is, front, back, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and she shot 2 over par. You know, and I said, so this means you've hit 14 perfect 300-yard drives and you shot 2 over par.
Yeah.
You know,
very demoralizing.
Yeah, same with Peter Whelan. You know, and he went in a month from. He was doing 6 balls at Stillwater. He went from 2 over par to 18 under par in 3 weeks. But what it did for me more than anything was the connection to the flag and how your eyes look at it and how you can control the flight and the spin, you know, to get to a certain pin, you know, and then you get a good idea of the proximity of the ball is to the flag, you know. And you have to make the putts and you move on and do the next hole. It might be 80 yards, it might be 110 yards, you know. And I don't see a better way of becoming a better hundreds and yards in player than doing what we did here, do the chalk line putting. And then if you can get out on the golf course in the evening, you know, if you can only do 3 balls, that's fine.
Yeah.
But you'd be surprised how quickly your scoring improves.
Okay, so you guys heard the whole rundown basically on how to get better around the greens. I have a homework assignment for you to do back home. I want you to do the drill, and then I want you to take 3 to 6 balls onto the golf course, drop them at 100 yards, and then play 9 holes out, count your score. If you can, play 9 holes out, count your score, every hole being a par 3, and write down your score at the end of the day, and your goal is to beat that score day in and day out. Do it for like a month, do it for 2 months, do it for 3 months, do it for a year. The longer you do it, the better you're gonna get at it, and the lower you're gonna score. All right, guys, that's a video. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it so far, and make some friends in the comment section below. We're gonna put David's website in the description below so you guys can get some personalized help for yourself. All right, see you next time. Peace.